Hello traders, this is Alex with the StockMatrix Program. Today is January 21st, 2025, day after the inauguration. And we got 3 new trades today. We got Coke, Amazon, and IBM. Now you can see this, I left these kind of less highlighted, right? They're in a little lighter color. These are all just trades in this period that were the moon period that we're trading. So we have quite a few changes, right? They were all bearish and now these are all bullish. So pretty significant moon period. You can see that we now have only 5 that are bearish out of the 13. So that's pretty interesting. A pretty big flip. Now, if you're an anti-trend guy, you might think, ooh, that's a suspect. Might be a sell. Maybe. I don't know. I don't care, right? That's why the system don't care. All right, let's look at the actual the stats on the thing and all these trades. And I'm going to review all the markets today. Since we're coming into a new period, I want to kind of review everything, which normally I don't do. It takes a lot more time. Usually try to keep it very short. But you can see that we have quite a few annuals, right? These are GAN stuff. I like to review the annuals. And you can see Amazon just so happens to have 2 of them, and it just turned trend. So it'll be interesting to see how that performs Monday or Wednesday, tomorrow. The gaps, right? The gaps up when the trend is already now long. That's pretty significant in my repertoire. And this is also a GAN thing, right? This kind of basically I keep track of 45s, 45, 90, 135. Getting all GAN stuff, 180, and it goes all the way out, right? So I keep from the lows and from the highs. So you can see we have a 90 coming in, which is significant to me. IBM, again, one of the trades, right, has a 45er coming in over the weekend, 45 calendar days, right? 45 degrees on a wheel, right? So we had a couple new highs, 3 of them. Google. There was an interesting that this last month or 40 days, we had no new highs, which was pretty strange. There's this bull run, that was the longest decline. Of course, that was the end of the year, coming in the first of the year. Of course, that's when the system started. So on January 6th, so that was kind of on the lows. So we're going to have significant losses, which was expected. I always expect losses in the beginning of a new system like this. Here's the actual trades, and you can see, these are the main ones. So let's go look through these charts real quick. This is NVIDIA. You can see it's had a weird kind of pause, I guess you call it. It's not real bearish. It had, this one had a significant break, right? But this one was pretty shallow. So it doesn't look real bearish. The system is still long on that one. Meta, you can see that. Yeah, you can see Meta here. It's had quite a significant move, right? Of course, it hasn't, since its transformation from Facebook, it hasn't had any splits. So I don't know. It doesn't look bearish to me either. These markets, if you notice, are starting to poke highs. That doesn't mean it's... Now, if you're a bear, right, that's when you're kind of looking at it. You're waiting for those markets to blow out the tops. Now, here's one of the new trades. This is Coke. And you can see that the market has been fairly, had again, a 1-to-1 square. Time and price, if GAN would call it. Time and price break back down. Again, 1 box over, 1 box down, right? Again, the time of the moons and the square 9 of the price. So, but again, we do it based on 3s. So it has to break through this 3 sets of data points, which was the stop was here. And of course, it did it on the way down, right? So the stop has been moved. And so now, of course, the system got started right here on the low. So it took a loss, but officially it's been short, right? If you were following it through the trial period, it definitely was, short here and finally got stopped out. So anyway, no big deal. We are now long, and as of today, and we'll go through the options. Here's Google. Weird, choppy, made a new high. Doesn't look bearish, it just couldn't take out the lows. That doesn't look bearish to me. Microsoft. Now, of course, if it ever does, then the system will go short. The system don't care about any of that, right? It don't care if it loses, if it makes money. It don't care about presidential elections or wars. It follows the charts, right? So it's a no-brainer thing. Here's Microsoft. It did pop. So the short-term trend's up, but this is one of them that are still down. It looks pretty ugly, actually, to me. Amazon, another flippy, floppy. It got spun, so got short, got long, and then this one now got long, and now we got stopped. So again, a bunch of inside, outside, but again, not a significant price break percentage-wise, more of a time break, which is bullish, I think. Apple is one of the significant bears. Now, Apple is always a little opposite, in my opinion, at least from when I've been tracking it. So the lows tend to be a little different, and the highs tend to be a little different than, say, the rest of the S&P or the QQQ or They're just a little bit opposite. I don't know if they do it purposely, but you can see that the market definitely broke trend. We're back down to this support, which I kind of thought it would go to once I seen the break, right? This is the solar eclipse, which I keep track of. And of course, this is a 1-to-1 off these lows. So again, we'll see. Maybe it's going to be a new. Now, of course, you can also say that this break here is significant, right? And it's equal, and it is. So this is exactly the break of this one. I have a hard time drawing it here. It is 35 by 4. This one, oops, 35. Here's 35 by 4. So this would be the actual official low, 218.58, to match this identically. So, but it's the same speed. So, if you're wanting to buy a dip, not systematic, because I will never do that, right? But if you're going to buy a dip, maybe buy some calls down here might be smart. Here is Tesla. Again, Tesla's one of those that are trend down. Such a volatile market, right? Options are definitely worthy, not cheap, but you can see that the stop is up here, and I would say I would be out and wait for that market to come to you. Here's Lynn, again, another nice, I think it's a hydrogen play. Again, I picked a lot of old companies except for only one. All of them are pretty old, oldest out there actually. Lynn's been around a while. It's a hydrogen kind of play. And again, square of time and price, right, for GAN guys. So again, pretty, called that low, right? And it's a bear trap, which again, if you know, I like that. So I was really interested in this and personally took advantage of this trade opportunity because of the bear trap low, the timing, the squaring of time and price. Picked it a little bit before the system. Here's ED. Again, another one that broke trend finally. Again, the system was short up here. Now officially it's short here, right? Because it started, had to start somewhere. So it got officially short here and then took a loss. But again, officially it's been short, at different levels. Adobe has been a very ugly trading thing. If I'd have known that it gapped this much, I wouldn't have probably put it on there. But it's definitely an option worthy one if it's going to gap a lot, right? Because it goes from being bullish, gaps way down below, all your profits gone in one opening. And again, squaring a time and price, made the high. So I like that, right? Kind of projected this top, right? So which was a lower high, which is bearish, right? So inevitably went down, made new lows. Now, if you like buying new lows and you're patient and you're bullish Adobe long term, probably an area where you could buy some calls or wait for till the systems go long and then you buy your options or stocks there or shares. IBM, you can see that this market has been fairly benign. I was pretty bullish when all the AI stocks were in the news. Well, IBM's the oldest company out there by far. And they got something in the weeds. I don't know that for a fact, but you can see that it had a kind of a weird. This is a long term. If this is a consolidational pattern, that's pretty bullish, right? Long term. So now I don't know that. Maybe it's a consolidational high, but let's move on. BK, that's another one that we just bought. You can see, and again, as the system goes, you like to, again, what I consider this areas of acceleration, right? You want to see a market do the right things. This market was in a corrective mode, pretty shallow, 10, 12%, whatever it was. It made a pop and accelerated, right? Now it's the same way with all these little, here if you're bullish. Now again, same way here if you're a bear, right? It broke the trend and accelerated through that. Now it didn't stay down, but again, the overall trend is up, so it makes sense a little bit. Let's go to Procter, PG. Again, the stop's way up here. It'll be moved down to here tomorrow because today is the last day of this zone. It's still in a downtrend and have a little gap in here. Solar eclipse is probably the area of resistance, this little dotted line. So, if it's a chopper topper. But again, it made a bear trap. So again, if you're kind of a bull on Procter & Gamble or an old company that's a stable and the other ones get a little rocky, the newer tech companies, Procter & Gamble's been around a long time. They have a lot of products to keep it stable. JP Morgan, again, I don't agree with this bull, but it is what it is, right? That's why you go with the system, because I would have been short and been wrong. So JPM, you just don't fight the diamond, man, because he's got things going on. Whether it's kosher or not, who knows, right? But anyway, the stop's here. It'll be moved up to here. And pop new highs. One of the three that did make new highs. Here's Coin, one that went long also the other day. Again, but a chopper long, right? Kind of concerning. Definitely options make sense there more than stocks, shares, because again, we had squaring of time and price came in as a low. So this action down here into this zone, right, squaring of this range. Um, and back to the old solar eclipse, the previous one. So anyway, there's some support there. We'll see. It's also on a 1-to-1 coming up, 45 degrees over today, 90 degrees over from, again, this is from the previous low, which doesn't show on this chart, but, oh yeah, I guess it's down here. Anyway, 35 degrees over is this moon period, kind of close to low within one period. So not real bearish. Cintas, another very old company that has gone basically ballistic in my opinion. All right, I think I'm gonna sign off, and yeah, I also keep all these. I post them on X, so I'll probably post them there first, and then try to make the video when I have time. So get over to the X CBOT Man 33 and take a look at it and or follow me so you can keep track of the actual trades more quickly. All right, thank you. Everybody have a great trading rest of your, well, today's Friday. Have a good weekend.